Peter Parker, your average high schooler with big dreams, gets the surprise of his life on a field trip to Columbia University. While checking out a cutting-edge genetics lab with his best friend Harry Osborn and secret crush Mary Jane Watson, Peter is bitten by a genetically engineered spider. It's just a tiny bite, but by the time Peter gets home, he's feverish and barely holding it together. Meanwhile, across town, Harry's father, Norman Osborn, founder of Oscorp, is taking a dangerous gamble. Desperate to secure a military contract, he tests a performance-enhancing chemical on himself. The results? Devastating. The experiment drives Norman insane, and in his madness, he kills one of his own scientists. The next morning, Peter wakes up. Different. He's stronger, faster, and somehow clinging to walls. Oh, and let's not forget the organic webbing shooting out of his wrists. Suddenly, Peter Parker isn't so average anymore. With these newfound powers, he sets his sights on impressing Mary Jane. His plan? Buy a car. To make quick cash, he enters an underground wrestling match. He wins but gets scammed out of his prize money. Angry and disillusioned, Peter makes a decision that will haunt him forever. He lets a thief escape, thinking, "Not my problem." But later that night, tragedy strikes. Peter's Uncle Ben is killed by the same thief. Consumed by guilt, Peter tracks the man down, only for the thief to meet his end accidentally. Meanwhile, Norman Osborn's descent into madness deepens. In his new alter ego, the Green Goblin, he sabotages a rival company's product test, leaving a trail of destruction. Graduating high school, Peter embraces his destiny as Spider-Man, donning a red and blue costume and fighting crime across New York City. His photos of Spider-Man even land him a freelance job at the Daily Bugle under the sharp-tongued J. Jonah Jameson. But Norman's alter ego isn't done. When Oscorp's board of directors tries to oust him, the Green Goblin strikes back, assassinating them during the Unity Day festival. Spider-Man saves the day, and Mary Jane. But the battle between them is just beginning. Norman, now aware of Peter's secret identity, goes after his loved ones. He attacks Aunt May, leaving her hospitalized, and kidnaps Mary Jane, along with a tram car full of children. In a heart-stopping showdown at the Queensboro Bridge, Norman forces Peter to choose between saving Mary Jane or the children. But Peter, being the hero he is, saves them all. The fight continues in an abandoned building where Norman viciously beats Peter. But when Norman threatens Mary Jane, Peter fights back with everything he's got. In a desperate move, Norman tries to impale Peter with his glider, but Peter's spider sense saves him, and Norman ends up fatally skewered by his own weapon. With his dying breath, Norman begs Peter to keep his secret from Harry. At Norman's funeral, Harry vows revenge on Spider-Man, blaming him for his father's death. Meanwhile, Mary Jane confesses her love for Peter. But Peter, burdened by the dangers his enemies pose, tells her they can only be friends. As he walks away, Peter recalls Uncle Ben's words, "With great power comes great responsibility." Want more heroic tales like this? Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and join us for all things Spider-Man and beyond.